A Tennessee judge is offering inmates less jail time if they get a vasectomy or a birth control implant. Judge Sam Benningfield says his goal is to prevent babies from being born addicted to drugs. Tennessee has seen a tenfold rise in the number of babies born with symptoms of withdrawal since the early 2000s. It's called Neonatal Abstinence Syndrome, or NAS, and it's yet another effect of the growing opioid epidemic. David Begnaud is in Sparta, Tennessee, with how this judge is defending his controversial action. David, good morning.
Good morning. The judge here in White County says he's trying to stop prospective mothers and fathers from passing that drug addiction on to their children. And in doing so, he says he's making what is a heartfelt incentive with nothing but good intentions. However, the judge's critics say he may be crossing the line.
I'm not on a crusade of any sort. I'm trying to help people.
Judge Sam Benningfield estimates that 80 to 90% of the cases that come before him are tied in some way to drugs or alcohol. So when the local health department proposed a class for inmates at the county jail on the risks of harming their children.
Well, it seemed to me almost a no-brainer, offer these women a chance to think about what they're doing and to try to rehabilitate their life.
He issued this twofold standing order. Inmates could get 2 days knocked off their sentence if they completed the Department of Health's NAS educational program. On top of that, he offered an additional 30 days off of an inmate's sentence if they undergo a birth control procedure, vasectomy for men, and a contraceptive implant for women.
Based on your legal expertise, you think this is illegal?
I think it is potentially unlawful, yes.
Bryant Dunaway is the local district attorney general. His prosecutors handle cases in front of Judge Benningfield.
It's not the place of the government or the courts or the state of Tennessee to encourage the trading of fertility procedures for reduction in sentences.
But let me push back on that. The judge would say, I'm not encouraging anything. I'm simply saying if you do it, you'll get this.
And so I disagree with that. I think by offering that as an option on his own, he's encouraging that.
So far, 24 women have had the implant procedure, and 38 men have signed up for the vasectomy.
This is not forced on them.
Judge Benningfield says he was blindsided by the criticism.
Trying to help these folks, begin to think about taking responsibility for their life and doing right and giving them a leg up, when they get out of jail to perhaps rehabilitate themselves and not be burdened again with unwanted children and all that comes with that.
For what it's worth, the county sheriff fully supports the judge. The ACLU believes the judge's order is unconstitutional. This free program for inmates is not sterilization. That implant for women, it lasts 3 years, and men can have their vasectomies reversed. In fact, Jeff, the judge told us, if a higher court comes in and tells him he's wrong, he is prepared to reverse his order.
David Begnaud, thank you very much.